Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Hey, it's Wayne with halftheflip.com. I don't even know what today is. Today's Tuesday. I don't know where Monday went. It just disappeared. Today's been extremely weird. Now with school out, I thought I could sleep in, and I don't know, it's just not working. So I'm gonna have to get back up and get the flow going right away again. One day was enough of not doing anything, so it was enough to throw off the whole day. Here it is 10:30. I'm just starting doing my vlog. It should have been done 15 minutes ago. And everything above that never got done, so I don't know what happened today. Frustrated. Happens, I guess. Still gotta pound some stuff out. I want to try to get some of these solid goods done. I am changing the way I do my whole inventory setup. Totally gonna get away from using letters altogether on our inventory system. eBay has definitely an issue with recognizing certain combinations of letters with numbers as other items, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to figure out a way, because of course I'm not thinking short term or little, I'm thinking full-size warehouse. So I want to get in the mindset of whenever we get situated into a permanent location, that everything that I take from I'm doing now, and it flows directly into wherever I am. Shelves move with me. Shelves already be pre-numbered and will actually hold the material that I have. Even in moving and transportation, it'll be extremely easy to box up certain items into certain location set boxes, so I can write a location directly onto a box, and as soon as we get to a new location, it can be thrown up. Not that that's happening right now, but it is definitely going to happen, and I want to be prepared now instead of scrambling when we decide to do it. So I think I figured it out. I have a bunch of warehouse experience. Normally when I warehouse stuff, it isn't one-off items. Normally when you have a bin, that bin is the same item all the way through. With this, it's definitely a little different. I have multiple items, and I want to try to keep the location down to what I'm using now. I'm using 7 characters for my current inventory system, and we've gotten used to not having that 7 items in our title. So I'll use 7 numbers and a 7 number set off of it, broke down between aisle, shelf, what level, the bin, and the item number that it's actually associated with the item inside the location. So although I should be taking pictures because my wife is 100% caught up, as of right now at 10:30, I have goose egg for her to do tonight. So although she'll probably be happy, it sets everything off, so I'm not really happy with that. I'm probably gonna get off here and crank out as much as I possibly can. If I can just get a day's listings photographed, that'll definitely help. So I'm definitely not gonna come out of here until I at least get the 25 done for tonight, and I might have to double bust butt tomorrow. The only problem is to try to get that stuff done, all this has to be moved. The new light box, I gotta reset up the lights, because I don't have 25 hard items to do it. I should have photographed the stuff yesterday and not just set it up, but it is what it is. I might actually photograph it and call it a wash today. Photograph the few hard items that I do have, get them listed and get them out. I gotta start somewhere, so this will definitely give me a good solid idea of how to do it and how how my workflow is going to be. I don't know what sheets I gotta create a new sheet. There's just so much I gotta do that takes time. So I definitely schedule some of that around and possibly make a new sheet for hard goods tonight after I get all this stuff done. And I'll share that with you probably on Instagram or something to give me some kind of idea of how to have something follow along with the item. I have to take my shelves and rearrange them and move items. I want to tape out bin spots and make sure everything is labeled, so when I start doing the process that it'll be photographed, put on the shelf where it belongs, and then I can write down the corresponding aisle location, bin, and level directly on the sheet, and as I photograph. That way everything has a good flow. I have it done. I know what aisles are, or what shelves or aisles or bins are actually full and empty, and that way I don't have to track it with any kind of spreadsheet and pull numbers off spreadsheets. It just seems too much time consuming. So I don't believe I'll separate items massively. I will have a bin section and I'll have a loose section. One thing that I would like to know is for you people who do hard good items, I am extremely worried about the environment and dust. What do you guys do to prevent that, or is it just part of the game? Do you clean your items before you pack them and ship them and just let the dust accumulate, or do you like bread bag everything so that the outer laying dust is just on a bag and not on the actual material that it's there? I'd really like to know. I'm thinking that is what I'm going to end up doing. I'm not really sure. Like some of the hard goods, I'm at a loss to do because some of it's going to be totes. I have probably a tote and a half of plushies already. That isn't something I'm going to stick on a shelf. That'll literally be in a tote somewhere. And I'll probably end up having to bag those too, I'm assuming. The ones that I've sent out now, I've double bagged in polys. I seal a poly and then put it in another poly bag before I ship it out, just to protect it. Super exciting stuff. It's just a little overwhelming, but you know, I'm ready. It's the summer. I want to get some new stuff in here. Sales weren't perfect yesterday. I ended up with 4. I've been playing around with eBay, and some of the stuff is extremely disappointing. I've been going through some of my items that have extremely low views. Because I have the 2 accounts, I can look my items up without it interfering, kind of, because it's already my account. And I have found several of my items that aren't coming up in searches. And I mean literally copying and pasting the title, and they're not coming up. I did find, if you go actually into the item on that account and view it, I can go into my secondary account, search the title again, and presto, it's inside the search. So I don't know if it's because it caches it into my computer, or because it has some kind of view to it, it then turns around and can be physically seen. So I went into all of them that I saw, and it worked on every one of them. So I don't know if it's a fix or I'm just caching it, and it's just bringing it up on my other website. So I don't know. It's very discouraging. I might have 1,300 out there and be paying for 1,300, but 700 might be visible that aren't coming, you know, and the other remaining aren't coming up in searches. So So I don't know if it's just a bad glitch or what's going on. I've searched a few and it looks like it's been happening since like November of last year. So to say it's fixed is hogwash, because I found 4 or 5 today alone that were that way. So we might be paying massive amounts of money to eBay and they're sitting there screwing us over. So I'm not very happy. I don't know if it's happened to anybody else. For the amount of people that it's happening to on Facebook, I guarantee you it's happening to you. If you have any kind of volume whatsoever. Very discouraging. And the ones that I was looking at had already been out for 28 days or less. So these have been out there and only with 1 to 2, 3 views at most. I'm assuming it's just the web crawlers hitting it and not actual people viewing it. As soon as I viewed it, it popped up in a search. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna look into some of my other ones, the newer ones that have extremely low views within the last 4 or 5 days that I stuck it out, and see if they're visible. Not happy not seeing it, but what are you gonna do? But that's what I was doing and have been doing and still working on, and trying to work on the inners of eBay and trying to pound that out. The more I learn there, the better off I'm going to be. I can continuously do this. This is no big deal. I got to learn the stuff that I don't know that's going to dramatically affect my business. Ensuring that all 1,300 items are visible in searches is going to dramatically affect my business. So that is definitely stuff that I'm trying to figure out and learn, and see the stuff that I have to do every day. I mean, if I have to go in and physically go through 150 items every day to ensure that in the 30 days that all of them are continuously visible, it's just something I'm gonna have to do and put into my workflow. So let me know if you guys have any ideas or whatever. See if you guys are feeling the pain too. Definitely would account for some of the lost sales within the last few months. I was doing really good all the way up until probably January. January I took a huge nosedive. I assumed it was just because the holidays were over. It's just a roller coaster ride. If I can figure out a way to make it not so much a roller coaster ride, I'd love it. So that's where we are. I'm gonna continue letting you guys know what's going on, what I'm trying to do, how far behind I always am. I hope you guys are still enjoying these daily long rants. I apologize. I'll let you guys get back to work, and me too. Later. Unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end, and here we are. So if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to continue to follow my journey, make sure you subscribe. So until then, I'll catch you on the flip side. Good night. Goodbye. See you later. Toodaloo.